Hey everybody, Tony Mejia here. Welcome into the Wager Talk TV YouTube channel. We've got a WNBA free pick video for you in one of the better matchups on a three-game card in the W on Tuesday night as the Chicago Sky hosts the New York Liberty at Wintrust Arena. The Sky are just 3-4 and coming off that controversial one-point loss on Saturday afternoon at the Indiana Fever. Although Liberty took advantage of the Fever playing consecutive games and absolutely blew out Caitlin Clark and company, destroying them 104-68, and come into Wintrust Arena at 7-2. Now, beware, the New York Liberty is just 2-7 against the spread, and they are a 8.5-point favorite on the road at Chicago. Total is at 165, 165.5. We're going to talk about both side and total here. The number opened at New York -6.5, so it's been bet up a little bit, and at 161 on the total, so that's been bet up significantly. This is a revenge spot for New York, which was out-rebounded 38-35. Normally, they control the boards and the paint. It was the highest scoring game of the season for Chicago, which went into Barclays and won 90-81 on May the 23rd behind Marina Mabry's 21.6 rebounds and 7 assists. 7 members of the Chicago Sky scored 8 points or more, and that did not include Camila Cardozo, who made her debut just the other day and looks to be like she'll be part of Teresa Weatherspoon's equation going forward. Obviously, Spoon played for New York for a very long time, so it was really special for her to win her first game against her former team as a head coach. And now she'll look to help her team bounce back and get to 4-4 after that loss at the Fever. It was a 1-point game. Pretty much everybody saw it or heard of it. Certainly controversial due to the flagrant foul. It wasn't called a flagrant at the moment, but it was certainly upgraded to a flagrant, and rightfully so, from Kennedy Carter to Caitlin Clark on a hip check when she wasn't looking. It was a contentious game. Look, we won't get too deep into that, but these women are competitive, and those juices were certainly flowing. And Chicago is going to come out really looking to put that game behind it and pull off another upset to get to 4-4. They were the 8th seed in the WNBA playoffs last season, and they look much improved. They've got depth. The first game against New York proved that, and now they have Cardozo to throw in the mix. New York pretty much at full strength, except that they will be without one key player, as Niara Sabali is out. She is their backup center and really played a big role in game one, going for 8-6-2 due to Jonquel Jones being in foul trouble. So if Jones can't avoid foul trouble here, and she'll be having to deal with Elizabeth Williams and Cardozo and Angel Reese, then New York may be shorthanded and have to go small. So that's something to certainly be on the lookout for. Vagina Laney Hamilton also fouled out in that first game against the Sky. So that'll be an interesting subplot in this game, is whether New York can avoid foul trouble. Angel Reese had 13 and 9 in that contest. Lindsay Allen came off the bench and scored 8. So Elizabeth Williams was coming off the bench as well in one of her least productive games. And Michaela Oyenwere had her biggest game of the season with 13 points and 5 rebounds. So it'll be interesting to see how Weatherspoon doles out minutes now that Cardozo is available to her. And Diamond DeShields will be in the mix in this one, barring some unforeseen development prior to tip-off. She missed the Fever loss due to an illness, and she was going to be one of the defensive pests that Clark would have had to deal with. In her absence, Carter stepped up and had one of her better games of the season. She had 19-4-6. That was overshadowed by that the foul against Clark, but also had 12-6-4 in the first matchup here. So she will play a large role in this contest. The last 3 Chicago Sky games have all gone under the posted total and are 4-3 on the season, the low side. And the over is actually 5-4 for New York. I'm leaning to the low side here. I think that this is going to be a competitive game, and I'm going to back the under. Certainly, a lot of moving parts as Weatherspoon tries to figure out her rotation to include and maximize Cardozo's contributions. And New York will, has Courtney Vandersloot back. She missed a weekend game with a back injury, but did come back against the Indiana Fever. She's not even on the injury report here. Had 10 points and 7 assists the other night. Nigel Laney Hamilton's one of the better defenders in the WNBA. So having her in the mix, in addition to Kayla Thornton, coming off the bench with Vandersloot back, New York's perimeter depth will be there, but we'll see if Jones can avoid foul trouble. And Breanna Stewart has been great against Chicago. New York won 3 of 4 meetings last year, won by 1 point, and the last 2 in blowouts after losing one of the games against the Sky. So they, in each of the last 5 matchups, Stewart has been the leading scorer for New York. So we'll see if Chicago can get a handle on her. Look, at this point, I think that this is too high a spread. I like the Chicago Sky plus the points. I think New York wins, but Chicago stays within the 8.5-point window, which is good news for us, considering that it originally started at 6.5. So if you wanted to bet New York, you probably missed that window, which doesn't bother us at all because we like Chicago plus the points. 2 other games in the WNBA tonight have the winless Mystics facing the undefeated Connecticut Sun at the Mohegan Sun out in Connecticut, and the the Phoenix Mercury will face the Seattle Storm, and Rob Vino has you covered on a preview video here at Wager Talk TV. Need you to like and subscribe all of our content here at Wager Talk TV so you can continue to get that free, all these free information that you can digest and invest in any way you like. You can follow me on Twitter at Mejia Dinero, spelling down below, and you can look at my page for free plays and packages at sm.buzz/TDM. Again, smash that like button and please subscribe to all our content. For Wager Talk TV, I'm Tony Mejia. Thanks for watching.